Hey everyone, I'm John Ennis.
And I'm Ruth Brown, filling in for Laura Ansley.
And this is the introduction to Balboa / Bal Swing series. So week 2 in February 2015 here in Richmond, Virginia. Alright, what did we do, Rick? Okay, we worked on our basic, and we talked a lot about handhold comfort. Talked about using our words to be able to talk to each other about what's comfortable or not. So the main thing I would say for leads is be aware of the line of the follower's wrist, and don't bend it, and don't rotate it. Be aware of her shoulder also, or followed shoulder.
We recommended that it's a good practice for leaders to ask their follows if they feel comfortable, but it's also good practice for follows to just say if they feel uncomfortable.
And the way you would say it would be something like,
excuse me, do you mind if we kind of dance more like this? It's more comfortable for me.
that's a totally fine request, so make that request also. Okay, and we worked on our paddles. So we did this little pattern. So maybe I'll show the lead pattern first. You do the follows, going this way. 5, 6, here we go. Step, 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 bounce, step, 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 bounce, paddle, 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 step, bounce, step, 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 bounce. So that's what we worked on with the partner. It looks like this. 5, 6, here we go. Step, 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 bounce, step, 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 bounce, paddle, 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 step, bounce, step, 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 bounce, step, 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 bounce. For follows, key points.
So some of the key points that we made for follows was that in this particular version of the paddles, the leaders are rotating backwards. And so since we're rotating forwards, we're going to let the leader be the axis, which means that our standing leg, so my left leg, is going to travel around the leader a little bit while the leader kind of plants his foot more in the middle. So he gets to be the axis since he's going backwards.
And also Ruth is, when we go in or out of this, she's being cool. She's not being overreactive. So that when I go step, bounce, she's not ahead of me with the step, she's just being cool. Now, similarly for me as a leader, I want to clearly set a direction when we go in and clearly set a direction when we go out. The way I do that is I take my step and then I bounce on the spot. I also start rotating on 7, and I come clearly out, step, bounce, going forward. So when you watch it all, we have step, 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 bounce, step, 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 bounce, paddle, 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 step, bounce, step, 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 bounce, step, 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 bounce. So that's what we did. Thanks.